just hide away.
Hey everyone, today's review is going to be a book review on Extraordinary Means by Robyn Scheider. I was sent this book by Simon and Schuster for a book review, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's going to be a non-spoilery review, and there won't be any discussion and no spoilers said, so you don't have to worry if you haven't read this book. So let's get on to the review. Extraordinary Means is set in Latham House, which is a sanatorium in the middle of the woods somewhere in America, and it's for teenagers who have tuberculosis. So if you don't know what tuberculosis is, it's an infectious, contagious disease which affects their lungs, and something grows in their lungs, but their lungs don't work very well, and it's super contagious, so they have to isolate them from the world. So Latham House is where all the sick teenagers go to be cured there, because all the previous cures for tuberculosis don't work on this new strain that has arisen, so they have to isolate them from the world and just keep them in this house until they either get better or they die. So it's kind of a scary position. And our story follows two main characters, Lane and Sadie, and it's told from a dual perspective. Lane somehow seems to be kind of more of a main character, but Sadie's in there as well. And so Sadie has been at Latham House for over a year now. She's a regular, she just knows her way around everything, and she fits in at Latham House. She really likes it there, even though it's, you know, for tuberculosis, so it's not really something that you want to have. But Lane has just arrived, and when this story starts, he's just arriving in Latham House, and he's really confused because he doesn't really know what he's supposed to be doing there. He's still kind of struck by the fact that he has tuberculosis because he was only diagnosed a few weeks prior, so he's kind of still freaking out a little bit. And he arrives, and his tour guide is supposed to show him the way around Latham House and just kind of get him introduced to everything, but his tour guide doesn't show up, and so he doesn't really know what to do, and so he's just walking around and following where everyone else is going. And then later on in the day, he realized that his tour guide has actually died from tuberculosis, and on his first day he's kind of hit with this sudden rush of death, and that people actually die in Latham House and not everyone gets better from tuberculosis. So he's kind of struck in this position of like, wow, somebody actually died here and I could die from this disease that I have. So Lane and Sadie both knew each other from the past, and they come together again in Latham House, and their story is just beautiful. I loved this whole book. There are another three kind of main characters that you get to know as well, and they're really awesome, and I just loved this book. The plot line was really interesting. It was filled with a lot of thoughtful ideas and beautiful quotes, and it just helped me question, you know, the things that we do in our lives. And sometimes we kind of have this goal that we're all aiming for, and we kind of get caught up with not appreciating the moment and just looking for these end goals and working towards something but never actually achieving it and not appreciating the journey to the end goal. So I really thought Extraordinary Means was an amazing book. It was published I think a month ago, but I haven't really heard too much about it, so if you read this book, make sure to spread the word, just get it out there, because Robyn Scheider is an amazing author. I thought the writing was beautiful in this story, and it fit perfectly for a contemporary novel. Talking about contemporary novels, this was so unique, and I'm not just saying that because it's about tuberculosis and it's about a sanatorium. It's just, I've never read a book like it, and especially with contemporary, the characters can be very overused, very kind of boring to read about. That's why I'm not really into contemporary novels as such, just because they can kind of be a bit predictable. But I loved Extraordinary Means. It was just such a brilliant novel, and it was written so well. The characters were really interesting, and I loved reading their story. And all the other minor characters, they were hilarious. There were so many jokes. I was laughing throughout this book, and it also made me feel really happy and really sad, and I just thought it was an overall amazing book. So I'm giving it 4 stars out of 5 because I just thought it was brilliant. So this concludes my review of Extraordinary Means. I know it was a quick one, but I just wanted to put out a video there, and so if you read this book, or if you go pick up this book because of this video, make sure to let me know in the comments below. If you have read this book, I'd love to have a conversation with you guys about what happened in it in the comments below, so make sure to drop me a comment and let me know that you've read it. Also, stay tuned to my channel because I'm going to be having reviews up for the first Harry Potter books because I've just started the series. I know I am really late to the train, but I've just started the series, so I'm going to have reviews up for the Harry Potter books. And also, yesterday I was sent this book by Meg Cabot called The Royal Wedding, and it's actually the latest Princess Diaries book, and I just thought it sounded really interesting because it's targeted to more of an adult audience and not a children's audience as the previous books were, and I loved the previous books in the series. And also it was released that there is a Princess Diaries 3 movie coming out, so all of these things are coming out. I just loved the storyline, so make sure you stay tuned to this review because I'm going to be putting that up very soon once I read the book. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video, and if you have any recommendations for books that I should read, even though I have a lot on my list at the moment, I love to find really good books, so make sure that you leave your recommendations in the comments, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Have an amazing day. Bye!